Act like an angel, just like crazy. Let's get it. World domination, I don't gotta say it.
If you've been on the internet, you would know how Dirty Work is definitely one of the more controversial releases from this year. In my opinion, the song itself isn't bad. It's the fact that aespa completely dominated last year with multiple amazing releases. I mean, The Drama, Supernova, Armageddon, and Whiplash Run might be one of the greatest runs in K-pop history. So when they released a good, but not amazing release like Dirty Work, it makes sense that people were disappointed. The song itself is still great. The beat is fun and that bridge is on par with their previous drops. It's safe to say aespa have kept their skipless discography. One of the most refreshing comebacks this year. UNIST do have the Cube concept that has been taking 5th Gen by storm, but it also feels their concepts are doing more with it than other groups. This along with the J-pop influence makes SWICE a certified banger.
We got the bombs. Wow, 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 wow.
Another refreshing release by a 5th Gen group this year. The comeback overall just felt very complete. The choreo was great, the chorus was great, and the instrumental makes it an easy but cute listen. I just wish K-pop companies stopped inserting out-of-place rap verses in an otherwise calm song. I don't see how the rap benefited this song at all. It doesn't make the song bad though. It's just a mediocre part placed in a great song. I don't think I've ever seen someone hate on STAYC, which makes sense, because hating on them is the equivalent of drop-kicking a baby deer. Although I think they had better releases in 2024, their 2025 run was still excellent. Day Day was a good song, but it also felt a little bit done before, and slightly lacking. I want it felt true to their concept, and also was the perfect summer anthem. This group has been so overly scrutinized regarding their discography. I promise you guys woke up in Tokyo is the exception, not the norm for these girls. I also think that this MV is one of, if not, their best to date. The styling and the horror elements were great in representing their concept and showing why they're called Baby Monster. I just wish we could have heard Remi's vocals on this song. We miss you, Rami. Yeah, not many people like them after that. Birthday Life. But is it a crime to say their music still hits? It's unfortunate because they really did have it all, with the creative vision and talent. This song wasn't as successful for obvious reasons, but I think if this was released at their peak they would have knocked it out of the park. I would say this was their best song since Midas Touch.
사라지지 않나 돌고 돌아
might be the most emotional comeback of this year. It's great they had an opportunity to have one last release together, and the song was beautiful too. Even though I've never been a buddy, I love this song, and I'm sure this resonated deeply with all of their fans. I hope this isn't the end for OT6G Friend, but even if it is, it's an incredible ending.
Put your body on my body, won't you come and make a move? Ain't nobody in the money, they can do it like you.
This year has been so good for summer hits. I'll be honest, this didn't really interest me on first listen, but it grew on me so fast. The chorus immediately gets stuck in your head, and Daeyeon's energy is infectious. The success of this song is also great to see. The treatment of WJSN by Starship has been so terrible, and witnessing Daeyeon come out of the trenches of that company is nice and entirely deserved. You can really tell when a K-pop idol loves doing their job, and the perfect example of that is Daeyeon. I can definitely tell she will be big in the future. This is only the beginning.
Coming to the beat of my heart, baby, can we skip to the part? Put your body on my body, won't you come and make a move?
But I believe Aang can save the world.
I don't think anyone was doubting Yeji when her solo debut was announced. She has everything: the talent, the dominating stage presence, and the charm. And she did not let us down. This song was everything. The song is catchy and it also reminds me of Gone by Charlie XCX, which of course is a good thing. For sure excited to see more of her. Ethereal, stunning, spectacular. This was the perfect debut for SM's newest rookie group. It's slow, so it didn't really stick to me on first listen. But it quickly became one of my most listened to songs over the year. I also love the nostalgic feeling this song evokes. I don't think this is leaving my playlist anytime soon. This was a release I was anticipating, because Chaeyoung has a strong sense of artistic vision. She didn't disappoint, because she released a great song with unique visuals that match her character exceptionally well. The lyrics and concept are dreamy and quirky, while the production is up to par as expected. I hope she continues to release solo music, because she could definitely carve her own niche in the industry. I already said earlier that this was the year for summer anthems, and Haikey released the ultimate one. Haikey are one of the most underrated groups in the industry right now. If you haven't heard of them yet, I implore you to check them out. Summer was used a sentimental ballad, but also a cheery uplifting song, and it mixes both factors perfectly. This song is going to be on constant repeat from me every year from June to August from here on out. Hands Up is one of those songs you know is going to have an insane amount of longevity. I've been listening to this song all year and it's still stuck in my head. The song feels very full as well. I love how they're bringing back hype dance breaks in K-pop. I really enjoyed the dance break for Hands Up, and the one for Burning Up was exceptional as well. These monster rookies have a bright future, I hope they continue to maintain their style of music and evolve at the same time.
Give me back one gen, I did it. Don't hit me, them lit it. Somebody, we burn again.
Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yummy.
집어넣는다 in the stage. 신조가 주가리. Freaky, show me, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down.
Yum is technically a Japanese release, but I don't really care. There's something about Kepler songs where their Japanese comebacks are significantly better than their Korean comebacks. That's not to say Tippy Tap and Bubblegum were bad, it's just that Straight Line and Yum were much better. Yum was absolutely phenomenal, and I literally remember my jaw dropping when I listened to the chorus for the first time. I think I speak for everyone when I say we want more Kepler Club bangers.
I'll wait till did you say taste it tone. Now she dance, I change my show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might hurt. I sweat hard. Wet t-shirt, extra large, ain't scared of the dirt. Hit that jackpot, now I'm riding round. Foreign cars, top down, staring at the stars.
Jennie had one of the best albums of the year in not just K-pop, but music in general, so it was hard to pick which of the singles from that album deserved to be on here. It was ultimately between Like Jennie and Extra L, and I chose Extra L. The writing and lyricism is great, and Doichi steals the show with her verse and energy. That To My Ladies Run This Chan is catchy, especially when it leads into Doichi's rap. Such a fun and also empowering song.
I sweat hard. Wet t-shirt, extra large, ain't scared of the dirt. If you leave me, you out of your mind. You gotta la 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 me. 이것까지 하는 illusion. Oh my God, what you say about me?
Vithus's music has never missed for me. I think it's impressive how conceptually consistent this group is. Maniac, Shh, and Now La La Love Me are all bangers and their own individual song, but you can clearly tell that they were all made from the same group. Their voices are so soothing, and that bridge is so satisfying. I love their high notes into the third chorus, in both Shh and La La Love Me. It's the best part. You gotta la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Love this song.
또 다른 날 all a bit, yeah. I can risk it all, I'll never get in love. Yeah, you got me going like that.
Whatever, I do what I want.
I do me, I do it my way. I do me right. 그냥 I do my way.
I've debated it for a bit, and I think I finally decided Kiki has the best 5th gen debut. Well, technically, Been That Girl is their debut, but all those labels are arbitrary anyways. This song is the definition of a natural high. Just pure ecstasy pumped into the chorus, and the MV and concept surrounding it feels so youthful and refreshing. I don't think Kiki have topped this song yet, but they're still new, so that's not an issue to me. I would inject this song into my veins if I could.
It's given 8 dances. 못한테 깊어져가. It's 10, 11 midnight. Special, give me up.
50/50 never misses. The album this was a part of, Day and Night, is a prime example of that. One of the best albums of the year. And I knew Midnight Special was going to be a hit the moment I heard this on the highlight melody. The instrumental and lyrics make you feel like you're in a dream. In a dream where you don't want to wake up. The girls' vocals in this are also so underrated and help elevate the song. I genuinely believe their worst vocalist could be the lead vocalist for many groups in K-pop. That's how well-rounded they are when it comes to their singing. So good.
달빛으로 물든 color 잊지 못할 우리 aura. My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. I don't need your shoes, I don't need it. I don't need a plan, what you be wanting.
The concept of Eve, Pink Pantheress, and Rebecca Black on the same track is something I would never expect, but I welcome it nevertheless. I love the direction that Eve is taking with her solo music. I really appreciate the musical risks she's taking and how she's diverged from the K-pop genre. I know she has it in her to break big in the global market. Didn't going mega viral on TikTok was a sign of that. I think if her English enunciation was improved, more international listeners could resonate with her lyrics, and it would launch her career into stardom. But onto the song. Soap is perfectly structured. Of course, Pink provides an amazing verse as expected. The final chorus, with the repeated background vocals, is a great ending to the song, and the sugar water cyanide sample is catchy along with making the song feel complete. This MV is so nostalgic to me. I grew up on the Nintendo DS, so watching the whole video game Inspire MV brought back a lot of memories and might be part of the reason I chose this song over Do the Dance, which I also thought was a great release. I think Hallett is at their best when they're doing these quirky, but still cute concepts, just like how Cherish My Love was a concept based on teeth. Besides the MV, the song is just a catchy serotonin boost. There's no part of the song that feels so like a drag, and the post-chorus especially is spectacular. Let's be honest, these girls are dominating the 5th generation competition.
So turn it up.
10 years into the game, and they're still doing it like no one else. It's impressive how long they have remained active in the industry, but it's even more impressive how they have still yet to miss. About the song, people love to throw around the phrase "you just hate fun" when attempting to defend a comeback. But this is the definition of fun, people. Such a vibrant and confident song. My only complaint is that I wish it wasn't so short. Not much else to say. We all know Twice only drops banners.
You already know when it shows tonight is you and me. How we should be. This is for all my ladies who don't get hurt enough.
This song is so insane, and something I did not expect to come out of K-pop this year. It has so many different factors that make this song so sickening. The intro and backing vocals in Spanish are so cool, and then that post-chorus is criminal as well. The chorus and lyrics are so catchy, but in such a unique way. I don't think we're going to see a song like this released in K-pop in a long time. So fresh, not to mention the choreo and MV are so fun as well. I think Reseen is the K-pop group that I have the most trust in, meaning I have full confidence in all of their releases being absolutely phenomenal with superb quality production. I remember falling in love with Reseen even more, and I discovered the meaning behind their name. Reseen means to recall the scene again with the scent. Their goal is to create music that evokes vivid feelings and stay in you like a lingering fragrance. And Glow Up represents the concept flawlessly. The soapy, cleansing atmospheric vibe of the music video, along with the soft but captivating melody. Let's Reseen steal you with the scent of their scene. If I could pick one group that definitively owned 2025 in terms of K-pop, I would undoubtedly go with NMIXX. Their growth from debut to now is so impressive. Who would have thought that the group had released Oh, as their debut are now releasing some of the best music in the industry. If I included multiple songs per artist in this list, I think High Horse, Spinning on It, and Blue Valentine would have all easily graced the top 15. They've been so musically consistent recently, it's incredible. I decided to choose Know About Me over their other singles this year, because I believe it represents their concept the most. They took their controversial mixed pop genre they've used since debut and effortlessly blended hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop together. I don't think they could have achieved the success they had with Blue Valentine if Know About Me did not characterize this group as the artists they are, now that they're more on the public radar. I, for one, am excited for NMIXX world domination.
At last, the flame is born.
마치 영원함 속 날아올 불사조같이 넌 마치 기적 같은 걸 내게도 꿈꾸게 하지.
My all-time favorite group for a reason. What a beautiful, emotional release. Maybe that's just me being biased, but this song has been my most played of 2025 for a reason. Besides being an absolute earworm, I think one of the reasons I cherished Hot so much, even compared to other LE SSERAFIM tracks, is because of how well I think it represents the members of LE SSERAFIM. It represents the pursuit of passion despite fear, which gets me onto the topic of their concept. Many people say LE SSERAFIM doesn't have a solid sound or concept in mind. I disagree. I believe their concept is in the message of their music, and they nail the job every time. Each comeback. The girls will let you know that despite any setbacks or any negative portrayals of them in the media, they will remain fearless. Other than the meaning behind the music, the song is just plain excellent. The chorus is one of their best yet, with fiery vocals from Yeonjun, Chaewon, and Kazuha too. And then comes the highlight of the song, the gorgeous outro.